Hi everyone, thank you for joining. I am here today to talk about infertility. Now this is something I have been thinking about, talking about for a while, but I've held myself back because, I've been a little bit nervous about it. But as you know, I am using my fear as my compass of what I should do next, and I feel that I really need to help in some way. I want to help people with this because I feel like there's too much stigma going around with the word infertility, and I think it needs to be talked about, and that there's nothing wrong with it. My journey, if you didn't know, I spent 5 years trying to get pregnant, and it was tough. It was an emotional roller coaster, up and down. It was hard, and not everyone knew what I was going through. My close friends did, but not everyone knew. And it was really hard when a lot of people, I've been married for a few years, and people would ask me, when are you having a baby? When are you having a baby? What they didn't know was that I was trying every month for, 5 years to have a baby, and it wasn't working. And it was tough, and it was hard not to say things to people. And people just don't realize, if you haven't been through it, you don't know someone that's going through it, you don't realize it yourself, and you don't sort of think about what you're saying to people. So, after a long process, we went and did natural sort of treatments, trying to get healthy, and that's kind of took me on my journey of cleaning out my products and things I was putting in my body and on my body, trying to make myself as healthy as possible. We did end up doing IVF, and as you can see, we were very lucky that it was successful, and I believe it was because I was so healthy. Like, I really was so healthy for a few years before doing it, and I feel so thankful that I did it, because I've got my 3 beautiful girls because of it, and if I didn't do IVF, I wouldn't have them. Who knows where I would be? But I'm sure you all know someone who has been affected by fertility. I mean, if you have, just show me a heart. If you just know, not including me, but if you know someone who's been affected by fertility, just give me a heart. So everyone knows someone. If not yourself, you know someone who's been through it. And I don't want people to feel embarrassed. I don't want them to feel ashamed about it, because there's nothing to be ashamed about. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. I think it needs to be talked about more. I'm very comfortable with talking about it now. I'm very open about it, especially when I went to Australia last January, and Andrew did not come. I went with the twins, and I was gone for 9 weeks, and I came back pregnant, and a lot of people were very confused by that. Sorry, the FedEx truck. People were very confused and were like, hang on, how has this happened? And I was like, yeah, don't you know that the girls are IVF, and this baby's IVF? So, I did IVF back in Australia, so that was sort of pretty funny. But, I'm very thankful for it, and it was a really pleasant experience for me. I loved knowing that I could take control and I could do something about it. I know people have been trying for a long time and they're scared to do it, and I'm just go for it. Just if you can do it, just go for it, because it is an amazing experience to know that you can take control of your situation. So if you need to talk to someone, if you are going through something like this and you need to talk to someone about it, please come and talk to me. I'm here for you. Talk to the ones you love. If you know someone going through it, just be there for them. Let them know that you're there to help them through it, because it is the biggest emotional roller coaster you'll ever go on. It's really tough each month, having to go through those ups and downs. It's tough, but you know what? I'm so thankful for my journey. I'm thankful I went through it. While at the time it was just distressing, I'm so thankful for it. And you know what? Let's just talk about it. Let's make it a known thing, and that there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with having to do fertility treatments. And the quote I put on the beginning of this video was from an egg in a freezer to a bun in the oven. Hooray for modern medicine. That was a card one of my best friends over here, Jenny, gave to me at my baby shower for Piper, and I just thought it was so funny. And you know what? Hooray for modern medicine. We are so lucky. So I thank you very much for joining. Please share this message with anyone who you think it might help. Yeah, as always, I'm here if you need any help for yourself. All right, thanks so much for joining. We'll see you later. Bye.